step by step, detail by detail.
If you're here and you want to get to here, the only thing that is between here is I think it can go in a very good direction.
What's up guys, and welcome to a brand new video. I just finished my distribution session and weather is looking super good here in Sweden right now. You can see the sun in the background, probably around 5 degrees Celsius right now. Let's rewind the clock and show you the session I just did. Something that I've been trying to work on ever since Tenerife is to get that more stabbed technique with the goal kicks. So the idea is to get the ball much faster, quicker, lower to your players. And that's mainly why I'm doing these type of sessions where I'm just striking the ball from different distances from goal, just to work on the technique, trying to perfect it as much as possible, step by step, detail by detail, getting a little bit better every session. Something that my friend used to tell me when we were in school was that, repetition is the mother of knowledge. So basically what he meant by that is you have to go through repetitions in order to learn something and become good, great, and then eventually an expert on it. And I couldn't agree more. Like, of course, we had to go through loads of repetitions, loads of practice. In school, that can be making assignments, reading books, listening to the teachers, expose yourself to problem solving. I want you to understand that in order to develop, you have to put in loads of hours. I think like if you are here and you want to get to here, the only thing that is between here are just hours of training, practice, repetitions, and eventually this gap will go much smaller and smaller and smaller, and eventually you will be at where you want to be. And for me, that would be like becoming a full-time professional footballer. But the thing is, when you made it here, then you want to achieve something even further over there, because you always want to improve and try to get better at the things you are doing. So back to why I'm working on my right foot that much is because I'm trying to get it as good as possible. One of my goals this season is to develop my distribution even more than I did last year. So in order to achieve that goal, you know what you have to do. are two big benefits that I have felt from recording the training sessions and games with the GoPro, and I'm going to give you them both while I'm emptying the dishwasher. There are a few benefits, but I'm going to share the two I'm thinking of right now. So the first one being watching back the highlights, your saves, your mistakes, analyzing everything, or not completely everything, but the big parts is great for your development. For example, let's say you're seeing some pattern that you're doing every single game or every single cross. Then seeing that pattern and changing that into something good, then in that case the camera helps you to develop as a goalkeeper. And don't have to do it like me, put a camera in goal. You can have a camera behind the goal, or back in days I used to tell my dad to point a camera so he was in the stands and then point the camera on me, just like the penalty box. So I was able to go and watch the game again afterwards. And then the second one being letting go of mistake as fast as possible. Not overthinking them, not trying to in the game think I could have done that, I could have done this. Because if you got a camera in the goal, recording, or camera in the stands, recording you know that you can go and watch your mistake afterwards and analyze it then. And obviously your goalkeeper coach will help you to develop yourself and see these details, but sometimes it's good to see them for yourself. And we're not talking about the smallest of details, but rather pattern recognition. Do you stay too high up or too far back on a cross? Can you afterwards, when watching the videos, try to analyze the strikers, so when you're going into games you know what to look for? Should you have covered more to the left or to the right? So these are things, details, patterns that you're doing that's potentially improving points, things that you can improve on. Good morning, it's Saturday morning, and this is one of those vlogs where I'm jumping back and forth a little bit during the week. As an example, the training session you just saw were about 2 days ago, and the distribution session where I started this whole video were 3 days ago. Anyway, let's get on with the day. I don't know what's happening today other than I'm going to go and watch Hanviken play their group final against Nacka FC today this afternoon. Other than that, I don't have the day planned out. I'm most likely gonna do some editing on a few videos. I have a video in process. The video is going to be about how to deal with nerves, and one of those videos I want to script out before so I get everything right in the first place. It's not gonna be one of the vlogs where I speak spontaneous and just say the things that comes out or comes up to my brain. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes vlogs are a bit difficult to make because sometimes you don't know what to speak about or what to say, and you gotta have something in mind before starting camera. I thought I was going to show you this real quick. So I just bought the GoPro Hero 12 with the Creator Edition. So as you can see, I got the Volta grip, the media mod, the microphone light, and then also got the old Hero 10 right here. So right now I got two GoPros, one of which I put in the goal and one which I'm vlogging with most of the time. So that's very nice, so I can switch in between cameras, and depending on what I'm going to use them for, I can choose either the Hero 10 or the Hero 12, which I'm recording on right now. Don't neglect rest days. And why I thought about it is because today it's a rest day for me. But a lot of people tend to think about, I don't need rest, it's not that important, I need to train every single day, but that's wrong. Obviously every person is different, so I'm not going to tell you that you need this specific amount of rest, but it is very important to let your muscles and also your brain recover from a lot of training, a lot of high intensity thinking. Of course, on rest days you can still go to the gym, do some cycling, some yoga, stretch, play some light football with your friends. It all depends on how you recover the best. But I wanted to mention that it's so vital to be able to switch off and have a day or two a week. I don't have to bring up a lot of studies about it, but like injury prevention, long-term success, all of that. Now, as I said, I'm not going to tell you how you should recover, how many rest days you should have. Everything is individually based, and you have to figure it out yourself, how you want to schedule your weeks. For me personally, I like to have one day where I'm almost completely off from any sort of training. Might go to the gym, do some mobility cycling, but nothing more intense than that. Then also I get Wednesdays, which is also kind of a rest day. Sometimes I like to do some football, some distribution, and sometimes I usually just come home from work and rest. It always depends on how my body's feeling at that specific time. But I have those 2 days, those are my rest days, and those are the days where I can add a session if I want to, but usually one of those days are usually no training at all. Just a quick side note, right here I used to play football when I was very young because my grandparents lived in the apartment right up there somewhere. So right here is the place I used to play some penalties against my grandpa right here. I forgot to say that I'm watching IFK Haninge's friendly game before I'm watching Hanviken's group final against Nacka. Now, let's get back into it. The game ended 2-2, which means that Hanviken managed to go through to the playoff in the Stockholms Cup. That's because they had a better goal difference than Nacka had before the game. A great performance, really enjoyed watching that one. Can't wait to see what 2024 holds for this team, because I think it can go in a very good direction. Beautiful weather outside. Anyways, that will be it for today's video. Oh, the sun is killing me. If you liked today's video, don't forget to leave a like, and if you don't want to miss future episodes, you know what to do, the subscribe button. Anyway, have a great week, and I will speak with you in the next one. Take care. Bye.